When it comes to manufactured homes, especially here in the state of Michigan, there's often a love-hate relationship that people have. When people love and talk about manufactured homes here in Michigan, they love it. They understand it. They know what it could do for them. They know the benefits of it. And when it comes to the hate that they have for manufactured homes, oftentimes it comes from misunderstanding. So today, we're going to talk about the top 7 reasons why people love manufactured homes. Let's go. What's going on, guys? My name is Justin Ivey. I am a regional manufactured home specialist here in the Metro Detroit area and in the state of Michigan. I have literally helped hundreds of people buy, sell, and finance manufactured homes here in the Metro Detroit area and in the state of Michigan, and I can do the same for you if that's what you want. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I want to hear from you. Also, my contact information is in the description box below. Also, too, please like and subscribe our channel. It makes me feel really good that good information is getting out there and we're answering everyone's questions. And it also makes me feel good, and YouTube likes to know that we're doing a good job. So right now I'm going to get into the top 7 reasons why people love manufactured homes. Reason number 1, economies of scale. What does that mean? Well, listen, that's just a fancy way of saying that manufactured home builders are able to assemble manufactured homes inside of a factory or a facility, on like a conveyor belt, if you will. And because they're able to assemble those homes in a factory conveyor belt, if you will, it allows them to scale out how many homes that they want to build in a given year. And because they're able to scale that out, they're able to order parts and materials at larger quantities at a reduced cost. And because they're able to do those things, those savings are often passed off to the future homeowner. So what do I mean by that? That's how, when you look at homes here in the Metro Detroit area, you can have a 1,500 square foot home, 3-bed, 2-bath, that'll cost on average $280,000, $300,000, maybe even more. But you can have the same sized home, but it's a manufactured home, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home, and that home might cost anywhere from $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, depending upon the features and benefits of that home. So you can kind of see how there's a lot of savings there. And that is because of the economies of scale. What does that mean? Manufactured home companies are able to have their homes, determine how many homes that they want to build at any given time inside a facility or a factory. And then because they're able to scale that out, they can order parts and materials at a much cheaper cost, and they can pass those savings on to the future homeowner. So that's reason number 1, economies of scale. Reason number 2, efficient construction process. Now, what does that mean? Well, remember how back in reason number 1, we talked about how manufactured homes are built inside of a facility, and because they're built inside of a facility, conveyor belt, factory, what have you, they're able to essentially pass off those savings to the future homeowner? Well, when we're talking about the efficient construction process, in a factory setting, the construction process is streamlined and more efficient than it is in a traditional home building. And because it's more streamlined and more efficient, they don't have to deal with the certain issues that normally come up when traditional home builders are out building homes, like weather delays. Also, too, when they're building homes inside of a facility, they're able to pull certain workers that specialize in certain areas. So when we're talking about efficient construction process, because of the homes being built in a facility, they don't have to deal with the normal home builders have to deal with, like weather delays. In addition to that, it's more streamlined, it's more efficient, and also allows them to pass even bigger savings over to the future homeowner. So that's reason number 2, efficient construction process. Reason number 3, standardized designs. Well, what does that mean? Well, when they're building manufactured homes inside of a facility, one of the reasons they're able to get the homes out so quickly is because they have standardized designs. Most single wides and double wides, for the most part, are built in the same way. There isn't a whole lot of customizations. There isn't a whole lot of changes. They're usually built in the same manner. Now, just because they're built standardized models, that doesn't mean that customization options are not available. They most certainly are. What I'm saying is that when it comes to standardized designs, that means that because those homes are built inside of a facility And one of the reasons they're able to save so much money and pass it off over to the future homeowner is that the designs for the most part are pretty much the same. Single wides are built a certain way, double wides are built a certain way, depending on the make and model that they might be building at that particular time. Those are things that you have to take into account. Now, again, customization options are available, but for the most part, when you're talking about standardized designs, most of the homes are pretty much built in the same way, unless there's minor changes that you would like to make and that you would like to add if that's what you so choose. So that's reason number 3, standardized design. Reason number 4, less land cost. Now, what does that mean? All that means is that for the most part, manufactured homes are built inside of a facility to be placed inside of a manufactured home community, unless you have a piece of property that you want to take into. And when we're talking about less land costs, what that means is that you're going to be paying inside that community, you're going to be paying what's called lot rent. We talked about that a couple videos ago. Because the homeowner does not own the land that the home sits on, they have to pay lot rent. Now, when we're talking about less land cost, that dramatically reduces the cost of traditional home ownership. When you buy a traditional home, not only are you paying for the land that the home sits on, you're paying insurance, paying property taxes, you're paying all those associated costs that come along with owning a traditional home. When you're land leasing or less land costs, when you're leasing the land that the manufactured home sits on, that dramatically reduces your cost of ownership. So now you're just leasing the land and you just have to worry about the utilities and the normal things that come with owning a manufactured home. So that'd be reason number 4, less land cost. Much cheaper option if that's what you're looking for. Reason number 5, reduced labor costs. Now, we kind of already touched on this already, but I'm just going to dive a little bit deeper into it. When we talk about reduced labor costs, again, because the manufactured home is built inside of a facility, you don't have the traditional labor costs that come with having a crew and a general project manager, all the people that are normally involved in building a traditional home. When your manufactured home is built inside of a factory or facility, it's on that conveyor belt, it's in that factory, it's built in a controlled environment. So you don't have to deal with weather delays. You don't have to deal with workers not showing up on any particular day. You don't have to deal with maybe equipment breaking down and things of that nature. Also too, when a manufactured home is built inside of a facility, they can cherry pick or pick certain specialists to be able to finish the home once it comes off the line. So that helps with efficiency and getting those homes out the door in a more timely manner. So reason number 5, reduced labor costs. Reason number 6, less waste. Now, I'm always going to kind of tie back to the other points that we've been making over the last few minutes now. When you have a manufactured home that's built inside of a facility, there are general costs and things that they don't really have to deal with that are normally have to be dealt with when you're building a traditional home. When we talk about less waste, what I mean by that is when a home is built inside of a facility, they've already hand-picked everything they're going to need for that particular home. And because that home was built in a facility or on a conveyor belt type situation, they get the most efficiency out of every part and material that they have. Now, when you're building a traditional home, there's always going to be waste. A machine breaks down, they have to get another part. Maybe the plywood or the doors that they have are the wrong doors, so they have to factor in those costs. Maybe the stove is not a good fit. Maybe the flooring is not a color or doesn't move the way they want it to move inside of the home. A host of different things. So those are wastes that you have to incur when you're building a traditional home that you normally do not have to deal with when you're building a manufactured home. Because the home is built inside of a facility, it's in a controlled environment, it's in a more efficient situation. Because it has all of those benefits, there's typically not a lot of waste. That savings is ultimately passed over to the future homeowner. So that's reason number 6, less waste. And reason number 7, simpler foundations. Now, Justin, what does that mean? Well, most manufactured homes are built to sit on leased land, which we talked about a few minutes ago. Now, most manufactured homes, unless it's on a piece of private property, do not have a basement. Because they don't have a basement and they're typically sitting inside of a manufactured home community, it's a much simpler process when we're talking about the foundation. They can just have the foundation set up for whatever home that it's going to sit on. Typically, that leased land is measured and determined on what type of home is going to sit there, whether it's going to be a single wide, it's going to be a double wide, what's the length, what's the width, all those different things are taken into account. But overall, it's a much simpler foundation situation than it would be with a traditional home where you have to factor in a basement and all of those different things. When we talk about our final reason number 7, simpler foundations. Well, there you have it, guys. Those are my top 7 reasons why people love manufactured homes here in the state of Michigan and in the Metro Detroit area. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as I enjoyed making it. Listen, I want to hear from you. Leave comments in the comment box. Listen, I don't know everything. I know most things in regards to manufactured homes, but you might have something you'd like to share. Maybe there's some experiences you'd like to share with the group. And I think together we can all get better and make manufactured homes a sought after option, more sought after option here in the Metro Detroit area and ultimately in the state of Michigan. Also too, please like and subscribe our channel. Here at Manufactured Homes in Michigan, we want to continue to bring you guys great content on everything and all things manufactured homes. And finally, my contact information is in the description box below, and my contact information is right here. Well, I'll see you guys next time, but until then, be great, God bless, and take care. Talk to you soon.